a glimpse of a bigger picture. Chapter 10, the lunar connection, and he talk about why the moon is there, how it rotates, why does it have the ridges. So essentially he showed that it's all, there are no impact craters, it's all molten holes or sculpting celestial body. Look, complete highly detailed mapping of all topographical images, rather sketchy and too wanting in overall detail for demonstrating application using other Saturnian satellites. Earth Moon, on the other hand, enjoys the most complete and highly detailed mapping. Still, they lie to us. See, look, the concentric rings are all hexagonal. How the heck you create with a asteroid, really? All of them? No, that's a bull crap. But in fact, I found out that this whole thing is the same. It's a fingernail, the shape of fingernails, right here. And you get bigger and bigger, and see how the deal is, how curvy. That's what always intrigued me. Why this crater has this, it wasn't perfectly hexagonal, it has this cornering that are like that. Then I saw what it was. It's an enormous thumb, and then it was a big ass hand. I mean, it's just, it's sad, man, that people don't know none of this. This is incredible, man. And you can see that they are, the fingernails match perfectly what I'm saying. Like that. And he showed, I mean, golly, that's the only thing that the old man didn't know. See, look at that. He showed how the electromagnetic vehicle did the same thing that he did in Iapetus, using the plasma vortex. Look at that. He left a path. Unfortunately, like I said, unfortunately, he didn't know that the shape of the hand, it was that geometry that he wasn't aware of. He had everything else correct. It takes a lot of observation, methodical study of images. See, look how the tornadic energy print all of that, I mean, carve or what you sculpt it by melting the surface. That's why the moon is, why they did that on one side and not the other, that's a mystery. I think it's just a work of art. Like I said, this entire solar system is a jewel. It's a jewelry case. Look at that. That's a, wow, man, you cannot put it better than that. Show the plasma energy flowing out of this thing in colors and everything. And how it works the surface of the moon, this moon. That one in Iapetus, that's something insane. And all of this is also with numbers. This is not his imagination. This is numbers that he read from different deals, different orbiters and Apollos, and look, he's playing it all here. It's all explained. That's why they tried to kill him, because this man really knew the whole. In fact, you will not find his name in the Voyager scientist list. You're not gonna find him. Son of a bitch erased his name. We should be really pissed. I don't know who his song is, and the song is look, the Tunguska explosion demonstrates that an electromagnetic vehicle should be elected to strike a densely populated area could inflict massive human termination. He said that the sophisticated electromagnetic vehicles that was done for some reason. It wasn't an explosion like it failed or crashed. Nah, this thing was done purposely. Why? I don't know. Nobody knows, but it was, he's explained why he knows that it was one of those. Damn, man, this old man, like I say, if you don't admire this old man's work, you have a problem. You don't know. Like I said, nobody talks about it, man, in depth. Look, he's talking about the satellite, how they work, what they have found, and all this deal, man. The comets and what they talk about. The comets are being directed, and they're not really comets. These are vehicles, and he's explaining why they are. And wow, man. This old man knew exactly what he was talking about, and when he talked about that entity that was with the Apollo 11 crew, it was almost 10 feet tall, black, so black that you couldn't even see. I bet you it wasn't even an entity, it was a demonstration, it was I guess something else. Oh, who knows, but he said that it was so black you couldn't tell the feature in his face. It was a fuzzy, blurry black, deep black. Not because it was black, it was because he couldn't say anything in him. It was something black. The Tunguska, Siberia explosion, terrible to the land, extraordinary human tissue burning, widespread obliteration, wildlife could not be explained at first. Knowledge gained years later from the 1945 Hiroshima explosion shed light on a myriad of puzzlements. See, he's comparing the two events, how they relate to each other. But especially the Tunguska mystery. They keep saying it was a meteor that exploded in the upper atmosphere, far from it. But he say not so fast. That's not what they really did it. And he's explaining why he think, golly, EMVs fly. EMV greater than the speed of light technically is a realistic expectation. Wow. Sir Frank Whittle is the one that asserted the first supersonic flight in a jet. He's the first jet engine made ever by a human was by Frank Whittle. In this era, they existed differently in other times, ancient times. We know the Vimanas used something different. Those people knew shit that we can even dream of. The Atlanteans and in fact, they were at war. There's always war somewhere for human stupidity. Synthesis. Let's talk about the nuclear Armageddon and all these things. You should really look at ourselves, what we're doing wrong. This is sad, man. This old man really knew his deal. He was right. This object cannot be approached by anything other than God. This energy is so powerful that it can obliterate a planet like that in a blink of an eye. Giving the order, you can expect to be gone in a microsecond without pain. Look what happened to the giants. It petrified them in place. Even their eyes still there. The pupil and everything, but turned rock. That's some badass technology. Only a guy can wield that kind of power. These are all the things that he consulted. And thank you for all the whatever.